Russian map from when the Russians fought in Afghanistan. No English written on it. No numbers that I could recognize, but that's what we used to orient ourselves. I had a GPS point that I would start at. I would hold a very specific heading, produce the power for an allowed amount of time, and when that time expired, hopefully I had broken out of the weather. And if it hadn't, then I'd execute the max recovery climb and try and get away from whatever terrain lied on the other side. So I got to my start point, I told my wingman to hang tight, and now I started executing my weather letdown. Produced the power, tried to hold that exact heading, and now I entered the cloud deck. It's very turbulent, I'm getting bounced around all over the place, and as I'm doing this, I'm doing probably one of the quickest instrument cross checks I've ever done. Instrument, 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 outside. Instrument, 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 outside. As I'm doing that, a little mantra starts as I'm going through that, and it's, please let this work. Please let this work. Please let this work. And after what seems for an eternity, it only turns out to be 10 to 12 seconds. Like I'm shooting out of the north end of the valley. Beneath the weather, it was about 1,000 feet above the ground. And I asked myself that eternal question, why didn't I listen to my mom when she told me to go work at the local grocery store? And the reason came cracking across the radio again as the troops started saying, we're taking more and more fire, we need help now. So I enter a high G turn, I tell my wingman just to stay at high, there's no way I can pitch you down into the fight right now. The G's really crush you down into the seat. The NVGs sag on your face as you try and turn around, and now I'm trying to look back into the valley. And what spreads out before me is probably one of the most amazing firefights I've ever seen in my life. There's an infrared beacon that's going off that's showing me where the friendly position is, and then there's tracer fire going back and forth off to the east and from the east into the convoy that I'm trying to get into support. And then halfway up on the mountainside, just at the bottom of the clouds, there's a flash with a corresponding explosion on the bow of some sort of mortar team that's trying to hurt my